why does the water fall in the first place? Explanation for the answer we had earlier. When the bucket is held upside down, without any movement of the bucket in the circular motion, the water will flow out of the bucket. This happens because of the force of the gravity acting on the water. When the bucket is held upside down at a high height, this causes the force of the gravity to be high that leads to the high gravitational pull acting on the water. The gravitational pull, which is acting downward, will pull the water in the bucket downward and flow out of the bucket towards the center of Earth. So, for your information, the force of gravity is towards the Earth. It's just same like this water bucket. The force of gravity is towards the ground. So that is the answer for the question we had earlier. Why does the water flow out of the bucket when we put it upside down position?
What keeps water in the pail? The water stays in the pail because of inertia. Inertia is the tendency of an object to maintain its state of motion. So when you swing the pail, you can feel the pail and the water inside pulling on your arm because it wants to continue to move in a straight line and you want to make it go in a circle. So the water wants to fly off from the circle, but the bucket gets in the way and keeps it in place. So that's why the water stays in the place. This is the same effect you feel when you go around a tight corner in the car and get squished against the door.
What are the conditions for water to remain in the pail? To keep water stays in pail, forces exerted to the pail and exerted by the pail play a significant role. While moving the pail, it will move at a constant velocity in a vertical circle. However, a man must spin the pail at the right velocity to not get wet. For example, at the top position of the circular path, both water and pail have horizontal velocity. The gravitational force will cause the water to move in a parabolic path, but the pail insists to go in a circular path. As the pail continued to move, it would not let the water move in a parabolic path. And unfortunately, the water could not penetrate the pail to go for the path it desires. The pail exerts normal force on the water that acts downwards. The normal force pushes the water into the pail and makes it move in a circular path.
What happens when the pail is at the top position? When the pail is at an upright position, people would instinctively assume that the water in the pail will fall as it is affected by weight, a force that is due to the mass of an object and gravitational acceleration. Additionally, the net force acting upon the water in the pail is the sum of the weight force of the water and the centripetal force due to the circular motion of the pail. However, as this is not a state of equilibrium, as net force and net torque do not equal to zero, the pail and bucket are affected by rotational motion and inertia. Due to the inertia, the water in the pail has a tangential velocity that causes it to have a tendency to move tangentially to the gravitational acceleration. At the same time, the weight of the water pulls it down. This produces a resultant direction, which is a supposed arc of projectile motion the water should follow if it were to penetrate the bucket. This arc is similar to a horizontally oriented hose. The tangential velocity must be sufficient to produce an arc of projectile motion of the water that has a larger radius than the radius of the circular path of the pail. This can be done by swinging the pail at a sufficient constant speed. This is what allows the water to remain in the pail. If the pail is swung at a low speed, the tangential velocity will decrease. This causes the radius of the arc of projectile motion of the water to be smaller than the radius of the circular path of the pail. This causes the water to fall down at a higher rate than the pail, causing the water to come out from the pail. The pail will continue its motion in a circular path, causing the water inside the bucket to follow due to inertia. This can be pictured in a diagram that illustrates the supposed arc of projectile motion the water should follow.